guys, it's April 12th and we are on our way to a home improvement store, and that's because they have this service where if you buy sheets of wood, they can cut them for you, and they even let you bring that wood back to have it cut even further. So some of the underlayment and plywood that we had laying around we can still use in the construction, in the structure for the wood burner, as well as in parts of the kitchen cabinet. So we are taking 2 pieces there, and we should get back with 4 pieces that are perfect and that have beautifully cut edges, and that's better than cutting it by hand at home. This store is 1 kilometer away, so it's very close, but the sheets of ply are too large for us to carry whilst walking or taking the bike. So we're looking to get our friend's car and take the stuff over there. So the employee just cut the wood for us. So we have one that will cover the water tank here, 1 piece of plywood, and 2 other pieces that will just finish off the area around the fridge. And then we picked up some stuff for the tiles around the wood burner, and we're just picking up something more. And this is a piece of underlayment that will also support the wood burner. So as you saw, the wood was done Twiggy. Yeah. Ooh. We almost hit a pigeon. The pigeon is still alive. So the wood was cut, and we've got most of the stuff that we need to adhere the tiles for the area around the wood burner. Now we're just on our way to get some lunch, and then we'll be back, and not sure what we will do today. So the main reason for taking the car was because we needed these gypsum fiber boards, or I hope that's what they are called. They are 12.5 kilograms each, so this is a total of 50 pounds. Or 25 kilograms, so that's way too heavy to just carry home. So they will make insulation around the wood burner in the corner there, and we'll show more about them later when we install them and when we paint them and add the tiles. So these are 2 of the pieces of ply that we just had sawed at the home improvement store, and they will cover the area around the kitchen. And here it will meet with the sheet of plywood that we cut yesterday ourselves. And this is the piece of underlayment that we will top the structure for the wood burner with, as you saw a couple of days ago, and it looks great. It fits, right? Yeah. And the final piece that we had cut today was a sheet of ply that will make a sliding door that will uncover the water tank. So that will sit behind the support structure for the countertop, and it will slide back and forth here if we do need to remove the water tank, or if we have to access the gas canisters and the wastewater. Okay, so it took us 2 full days to finally figure out how to build a bed frame that works for the setup that we will have in the van. It would have been much easier if we didn't have to take into account the dog crate and the toilet. The dog crate is very tall, but it's around 80 centimeters high, and it's also 70 centimeters wide. And in combination with the wheel arch, this area will have to be 90 centimeters deep approximately, which is 3 feet. And we also have a toilet that we want to draw out from underneath here, which will be an area that we can rest our feet on. Now we decided to go with scaffolding tubes and the aluminium or aluminum version because those are more lightweight. We wanted to go with an L-shaped sofa, but that's not possible sadly because that will be way too difficult. But what we are going to do is this. So this is one wall of the van, this will be another, and we will have a wardrobe running along here. Those are the back doors, and that's the front of the van. We will have one solid frame over here, which will not move. It will be one rectangular shape of 4 tubes, supported by 4 tubes at each corner, and those will be connected with these T-shaped brackets that hold the tubes here, there and there at each corner. Then we will also have one tube running here at around 20 centimeters distance, and we will have one tube running here which will touch the wardrobe, and which will also be supported here at the corners, just with some corner pieces. Then in the middle here we will have one separate section, which is also one rectangular shape, which is built similar to this, but without the T brackets. We just have some corners, and that will be hooked into place to that tube, and that tube with 4 brackets here. This can then be lifted off and put into place here to become the back of the sofa. So this will give us a 1.5 foot gap, or 43 centimeters of space to hang our feet down or legs down, and it will give us an area to rest our backs when we are seated. Underneath this bed we will then have the toilet here and some storage there, and we will have one long piece that we can rest our feet on. Right here above the toilet, that will be quite high and you will have to climb up, but that's alright. We at least don't have to climb over a tube here, so that we figured that out after yesterday. And behind the toilet, that area will be lower so that we can comfortably sit with our feet or knees at a 90-degree angle. The dog crate will still be able to be pulled out at the back, and the toilet can still be drawn forward to use it in the middle of the van here. Each part of this bed will have so a regular slatted base, which will be 20 centimeters here, around 60 centimeters here, and another 30 or so there. And it will be, I think it will be 4 foot wide, so 125 centimeters around there, and it will be a little shorter than 2 meters. So it's a little smaller than a regular bed, but it would be fine for the 2 of us. I really hope that that makes sense. I will make a SketchUp drawing of this and then show you the difference between the bed and the sofa area, and you will see us building it. And we hope that if everything fits, that we can decide what to order and then order everything today, and then we will have a bed quite soon actually, so that's great. So when it is in the bed position, by the way, the only thing that you will still see is this tube that's running along the side, and that's just because we need an area where we can completely attach this this base into a back support, and that has to rest on this tube here, but also on a beam or tube on the wall. So that's what we went for, and it's the most clean type of structure. It also isn't bulky, and if we didn't use these aluminum tubes, it will not be as heavy as wood or other constructions that we thought of. So we are happy with this, and we hope that it works out, and if it does, then we will write about it and film it in detail to help you guys out and build a bed with this material. I just painted some pieces of wood that will go in the kitchen, and Jordi worked on a frame for the toilet area. So yesterday we showed you this drawer and how we made it, and Jordi built a structure around it that will hold the area that we will rest our feet on. And it's not completely finished because it will need some extra support beams, but other than that you can see the general idea. We left out the beam here because that means that we can easier lift up that drawer a little bit to pull out the toilet. And this area obviously will hold that filter that we showed you yesterday. And so this will have an area on which we can rest our feet. But since our bed won't be super high, this won't be a great angle to rest your feet on, especially if you're a bit longer. I'm not that tall, so for me that would be perfect, but for Jordi it would be a bit too high. So the area behind it will be lowered so that you can have your knees at the 90-degree angle. And I think we will top this with 18mm underlayment and the other area as well. And if we have enough cork tiles, both of these areas will be covered in that, as well as the kitchen backsplash. So yeah, I think it turned out great, and I hope that it will have give enough support, but I think it will if we add some extra beams. Today we also finished building the structure for the wood burner. So as you saw yesterday, I think we built the outer edge for the structure, which is just 4 beams attached to one another in a square or in a rectangle. And this morning we went to a home improvement store and had some underlayment cut to size, and that fits on top of that rectangle perfectly. And we also bought some gypsum fiber plates, and we cut those to size, and those are attached at the sides and at the back, and they basically insulate the area and make sure that the van doesn't set on fire. And the corners are supported with aluminum strips, so that all of these 3 plates are securely fixed together, and they are just glued into place. Now that it's done, we can put it into place and fix it to the floor, and then we can start adhering tiles to the inside. They will be all around here and also at the bottom, and we can paint the rest to match the rest of the van. So that's it for today. We worked on a structure for the wood burner, and that's finished. We also started working on a structure for this area around the toilet, which is coming along nicely. We went to the home improvement store to cut some wood and buy some stuff for the wood burner area. We also painted part of the structure for the kitchen, so when that's done we can put that in place. We also finally received our Osmo oil that was kindly suggested by many people in a Facebook group. I will link that group below because they have helped us a lot along the way already. So this is completely food safe, and we will use it to oil the countertops for the kitchen. Yeah, I think we'll do that tomorrow or the day after, not sure yet, but yeah, at least we've got the oil. So thanks for watching, and we'll be back tomorrow, and then we're working on the solar panels because the weather is nice, and yeah, it's going to be another exciting day, and we're going to drill a lot of holes in the fan, which is always a little bit tedious, but yeah, it will be fun, and it will be a huge step in the van conversion project. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.